Count Christian, accountable number 6. I'm here with some lucky guests right now. Well, I'm the lucky guest, to be honest. These guys are gracing me and blessing me with the presence. Yeah, what's going on, you two?
How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm
to see you
chilling. How are
today.
y'all?
Great, man. Excited to be here. Excited that you're in the Brawler Black and Yellow.
You know, black and yellow is actually my 2 favorite colors.
Really?
So it's crazy that that's you guys' like logo
Yellow.
brand
Oh,
color.
yeah, man.
Always,
Yeah. It
Yeah.
would be like the yellow and perps, dude, or the black and silver, because Raiders, what? But, yeah.
Oh, you're a Raiders fan?
Oh no,
Raza, bro.
We're gonna kick your ass this
I
year.
gotta keep it real, dude.
I'm a huge Pat Mahomes fan, so
Well, I'm
We're gonna
Chiefs
slap
all the
you
way.
guys.
Oh,
yeah.
no, that's okay, dude. That's okay, because I'm into it, too. But,
Yeah,
like,
Chiefs.
it's like Raider Nation for life, bro.
Nah, it's
I
still
feel it.
Cowboy Nation.
Sorry, Thea.
man.
Cowboys.
Yeah,
She's
man.
my aunt's
Oh,
all about the
like,
Cowboys.
Like we barely
dude.
got Trey Lance on our team now. Like, man, I feel like it's gonna be something.
How old are you?
25.
I don't think you've got to see you guys win.
I don't
Have you
care.
guys won in your
Oh,
lifetime?
yeah, no joke.
Man.
No joke.
Hey.
It's been a long time.
I think like the last time you guys went to the Super Bowl, you had to be like 2 or 3 or something. Like
Oh, man,
maybe
I-
2 or 1.
I was probably-
Playoffs even,
yeah.
bro. It's been
Playoffs?
a long time.
Nah, that's
Oh, no,
disrespectful.
no, no, no.
That's
Like, give us
disrespectful.
that.
They go to
Yeah.
the playoffs. They just get bounced round 1. You know what I mean?
Oh, not last year.
Not last year.
Nah,
What was it,
we
round
made it.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
round
Yeah, I
two.
got pretty
Hey,
close.
that-
Finally, finally got there.
I always know how far the Cowboys have gone
Uh-huh.
in their season by how many TVs like my aunt has broken.
Oh wow.
Because since I was a child, she yelled at every quarterback, dude. Every quarterback, something's going at the TV, and you're like, oh man, I
man.
guess they lost, bro.
Yeah, football games would be like outlawed in the house if that was the case.
Right,
Like,
yeah, for real.
no more
She went
football.
for them, dude. And this is the
Oh,
old
man.
school big console TVs.
Oh, the ones
With,
with,
like,
with
the
the
two-
with the booty in
yeah,
the back
dude.
for real.
And you just hear pop, and I'm like, hey, guess they lost.
Well, let's talk about Brawler for a second. So I wanted to ask you guys, what was the chicken or the egg? Like, what was it, the gym or was it the drink? What came first?
Fighting.
Fighting came first.
I'm a hood rat.
Okay.
And so, I was it kind of all happened at the same time, to be perfectly honest. As we were putting things together, because I come from an entertainment world, I was like, man, I want to implement some of this into boxing. I loved wrestling as a kid. I've worked with WWE wrestlers on their entrance themes and, NBC World Series of Fighting. And it was like, I want to incorporate these different things, because the market for boxing and combat sports in general is super saturated, but it's like we want to do something a little bit different. And, I'm training with my Olympic coach I've had for years. Coach V, what's up? But at the same time, I come from a promotion world, and I'm like, I would love to bring that into it, managing fighters, like promoting our own events, like doing our own stuff. Then Sarah, the owner of Brawler, came up with the energy drink, because I used to joke, like we watch a lot of reality TV, and there's this dude Sinjin, what's up, that always says, what's up, brew? What's up, brew? And I'm like, we should have a Brawler brew. That would be like awesome. And
By the way, that's a dope ass name.
yeah,
Ah,
thank
for
you.
real.
That is a dope ass
Oh,
name. So,
man.
so the thing is, some people aren't good with marketing. I see you guys then thought about this a lot, because bears, for one, are my favorite animal.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
love
That's Brawler
bears.
Bear, dude.
I seen I love the bears. I love the logo, and then Brawler Brew, just the name, dope as shit.
Thank you,
Dope as
man. That's all Sarah, and it was just like all these things were, as cheesy as it sounds, like cosmically coming together all at the same time. From the training to the fight opportunities to the energy drink, and we're just doing things we love. I'm always sore, and I'm like, I wish I could have something. Brawler Muscle Freeze. You know what I mean? It was just like, why don't we just do things that we love? You know what I mean? And we aren't insulary like that, and that I only worry about myself. I'm like, man, there's so many great fighters out there that could be doing stuff. There's so many fighters that could be like branding themselves better. I mean, we're getting into fighter, brand development, because I worked with, artist development in the entertainment world. It was like doing all these different things to like raise them up,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure your mic was going. I didn't see it over here,
Oh, no worries.
but yeah, it is going. Okay. All good.
Yeah, man. And so for us, it was like, doing all the things that you love. Everything, I think, comes off more genuine and comes off more real and
Just
with a
give me
lot
one
more
second.
feeling.
Hold
Yeah.
on. I'm so sorry. Pick up where we were.
Cool. Yeah.
Sorry about that. And also, this camera is slower than that one, so I'm gonna be getting up just to restart it sometimes.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna let you know about
Yeah,
that.
no worries, man.
All right.
Your
You look
guys gotta
fancy
cut
today.
hey man, gotta show out, bro.
Did you design like? Did you pick your outfit yourself? Like with the
I did, dude.
You did?
These
These shoes look
shoes,
nice.
if you can probably can't. So I'll just give you a little look, right?
Uh-huh.
These shoes, man, they're going everywhere. I mean,
No, they're not.
Yeah, dude. They go everywhere. They're international shoes, bro. They
Okay.
have been everywhere. It's my trademark, man.
Okay. So I wanted to split the
Yeah,
interview
please do.
evenly between the
Please
two.
do.
So Mr. Morningstar, I would
Yes,
love
sir.
to ask you. I think you were the first person I interviewed that day.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
yes, sir.
Where does the name Lucifer Morningstar come from? How do you
Oh, man.
decide that's what's going to be the
I
name?
grant people's wishes, right? Your wish is my command. That's the best way I can explain it. Lucifer Morningstar comes from a reality TV show, right? So he's like some London British dude that he
Lucifer
is-
Morningstar, not the devil. Like that's
yeah,
not.
like the
not
actual
Satan?
devil, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
he's Satan. So it's one of those deals where I was sparring one day with a friend of mine, and he was like, "Man," he's like, "You're really into angels and demons," and I was like, "Yeah." I was like, "I consider myself a demon." I was like, "I'm on demon mode
I
because
think that's safe to say.
yeah, right." Because I was always like, anytime I was in gym, I was always in the gym for 4 to 5 hours. So I was like, I'm on demon time.
Wow,
I'm on
you-
demon time. And in reality, he's like, why do you want to be another demon when you could be the devil? I was like, call me Lucifer Morningstar. And ever since then, I just kind of stuck with it. You know what I mean? That's where your wish is my command, you know?
Yeah.
Hmm. How long have you been boxing?
For a couple of years now, I finally had my debut, right? That's when I finally got my knockout in my first debut.
Mhm.
But in reality, I didn't go. Thank you. But I didn't go really on TVs or with anybody else, just because I mean I was just with sparring. I felt I was always best as a coach or as a, how do you say, a punching dummy. You know, I always wanted to be the punchy, not the puncher, and I didn't want to be humiliated if I was ever knocked out. So I was like, nah, I never want to fight officially. And then finally, you know, one guy hit me up and was like, hey, look, I think you'd be a real good opponent, a real good fighter. And I mean, here we are now, you know, round 3, you
That's
know.
right.
Only 3 fights in, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what number was the one when I interviewed you? Was
That was the third one.
that was the most
Yes.
recent one? Okay.
Yeah, that was just my debut for whatever I can at a lower weight. I'm gonna say that at a lower weight.
Are you only fighting in boxing only, or like? you
Yeah,
doing
just
anything-
only
anything else?
just only boxing. I won't
Okay.
I won't do all that Muay Thai and all that. Hey, and granted, I give them props. I give everybody props in any fighting world. I don't care if you wrestle, box, you know, MMA, all that. I give you props. But to me, I feel like it's chess, not checkers, and I feel like boxing is pure chess.
Pure chess.
Yeah, pure chess. You know what I mean? This is chess, not checkers.
What are you trying to say? You trying to say other fight sports are like is checkers?
Oh
what
man,
what are you
I
saying
mean,
right
it's
now?
it's like
MMA is checkers
it's-
to you?
Yeah,
Is that what you're
it's
saying?
checkers just because like man, it's just in there, just like who got the bigger muscle, who got the
Stop
bigger
it.
muscles.
Stop it.
And,
Stop it.
I mean, like think about it. I mean, it's like who works out more, and it's like oh, I got this. I mean, reality, and that's the way I look at it. That's
What?
granted, I still give people props in MMA. I still give them props. Because, hey, you can use your whole body. Your whole body is a weapon, and I give you that. But to me, it's like, you know, and I told you in the last interview, guns down, gloves up. And that's the best way to do it. Just, hey, you better knuckle up with me. That's all I'm saying.
Do you want that belt or that?
Oh,
chain?
yeah. I'm always aiming for the next belt, the next big thing.
They should let me like redesign it. I don't like the chain idea.
You don't like the chain?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a belt, so it has the belt crest or whatever,
Yeah.
like the plate, the belt.
Oh, I've
main
seen
plate,
that.
and
Yeah,
then it's
yes,
like
sir.
on a
Yes, sir.
chain. I don't really like it.
No?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna.
How would you change it?
I'd make it an actual belt for
An
one.
actual- an
I'd
actual-
make
just
it a
an actual
belt for
belt.
one. Yeah, I don't like the whole chain idea. It's kind of cheesy to me.
I mean, chain hang low, do they wobble to the floor, right?
Yeah, maybe that whole concept's like 10 years outdated. Like back in the day when they had like the T-Pain's big ass chain.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
maybe that'd been a better time for that. So I wanted to ask you. So you said you guys are having events, right?
That's right.
You guys need
sir.
a
Excited.
pre and post fight interviewer. You know,
Funny you say
I
that.
know one.
Well,
You know,
funny you say that because we know a really good one too.
yeah.
So we're gonna-
I'll recommend that guy.
We're gonna have to connect each other. for
Yeah,
that,
I'd
definitely.
recommend that
I think,
guy.
so I think the great minds are already thinking alike.
Yeah, I recommend that guy.
absolutely, man. Yeah, we got some stuff coming up, a lot of stuff. So as Brawler, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, where we have Muay Thai fighters, we have boxing, but we're a lot more boxing centric. you know, at this juncture. So we're like, you know what? I think our place in the sandbox is doing the boxing promotion. But again, coming from, you know, international and domestic like entertainment stuff, we have a big network that we were like, why just stay in the Metroplex as well? So we've got fights coming up in October in El Paso. We've got our event here in Dallas coming up October 27th. So we're going to be announcing that. So you actually just heard that first as well.
October 27th, you just
yes,
said?
October,
Yes.
Friday, October 27th, dude. A Friday fight night, which we're super excited about. And we're going to aim to do it a little bit differently. And I don't want to talk about all of that yet. But
I kind of have to ask. What do you mean by differently? I have to ask.
we're trying to put our own spins on it with the matches, with the incorporation of the entertainment stuff, and really just, you know, I don't know how to explain it without giving it all the way yet.
Too much.
Oh, yeah,
know
well,
what
yeah,
I'm
don't
saying?
tell me yet then.
But
Yeah,
definitely, you know, a lot of our fights are, you know, we've got everyone who we want to be on the fight. It's not necessarily
Is this like
an
only
open
in-house? Only
thing.
your fighters are on the
no,
card?
not at all, not at all. So, for example, we've got a good grudge match that we want to be Wink, our main event. What's up, props? So for that, it's like, you know, we're putting together what we feel is a very strong card, because it just has, each match has a meaning behind it. Everything that we're doing has a meaning behind it, and I don't mean that anything else does. But for us, we're not just having the fight to have the fight. Like, there's, you know, scores to be settled, or there's, you know, we've got female fighters on the card, or, you know, first timers. Like, we want to bring everybody up. We want to bring those that are going next, because our goal for him and a lot of the fighters in our stable is to get them amateur and then up to pro. Like, we're doing the marathon, not the sprint, and we're investing in that. So as much as we build the promotion, we want to build fighters as well. You know, like, we don't just want to have a fight and that was cool. Like, we want to invest in everybody. So there's just
Hold
a
on,
lot
let
of
me
different
stop you
stuff
right
we're
here.
doing. Yeah, I saw that one too.
Just let me know if you see it, and then I'll adjust it.
Start
If
over?
you see it before. No, you're good.
Yeah,
You're
cool.
good. No starting over, man.
It's my magic shoes, man.
Your magic shoes. You were saying that you're gonna have your own fighters on the card. Do you think that might provide a conflict of interest in the future?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Because, you know, for several reasons. One, someone's got to promote the fight, right?
Mhm.
2, and it's like, how can you be the promoter and not have these opportunities for your fighters as well? 3, it's not good business for us to one-side anything. It's like, hey, we're putting on the fight, but, like, if our guy goes down, like, he goes down. But if he wins, he won too. You know what I mean?
So
And
how's the judging gonna be implemented?
no, we'll have refs. We'll have licensed refs, because we're currently working with USA Boxing as well. So we're trying to move ourselves up the ladder as well, to be involved in the sanctioning and the licensing, and really just putting like as much of a legit spin on it. So it's of no, you know, consequence for us. In other words, to be one-sided. Like, you know, when the match happens, the match happens. You know, we're just glad that we can provide as Brawler the platform for fighters to come out and do their thing and try to do the best that we can with it, by having the matches, you know, matched up months before, so we can do really good promotion. Because, you know, whether it's one of our fighters or someone that they're fighting against on the card, they deserve just as much promotion.
Right.
So it's like, and preparation time. So I want somebody, you know, let's say that he's going against, to be able to prepare just as long as he does. Like, we'll support them just as much as we support him. We want them to have good training time, ample amounts of like social media, marketing, advertising exposure, because what we're trying to do is bring everybody up, right? Because the way I see it is, the only reason you should be looking down at someone is because you're reaching out an arm to pull them up. And that's the way we're going to work as a promotion. We want to bring people up, and we want everybody to come. You know, maybe that person that he fought wasn't our fighter at the time, and then all of a sudden we decide we all like each other and we start to manage them as well. You know what I mean? It's like, you don't know that until you get into it. So we want to provide the best place for athletes to grow, because it helps us to grow as well, right? So there's nothing good to come out of something if we're not taking care of everybody. You know, and that's the way that we see it.
Okay, but I still want to ask about the judging though.
Yeah.
So how would the judging work? Like, the way it works at Tuesday night fights, Saturday night fights with Lamb 4, they have like a crowd cheer.
Right.
As in, they try to see who's the crowd louder for, and as who won. And to me, that's like a popularity contest.
Right.
More so than who won the fight. How will you guys be implementing judging? Will you have 2 judges, 3 judges, 5 judges? How's that going to work?
We'll have a licensed ref and 3 sanctioned judges.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the way we're going to do it. and all our stuff is eventually going to be going through USA Boxing. So that's why I say like we want to do everything above board all the time, because we want someone to have that claim too. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I trained hard for 2 months. I got a great experience by fighting a great fighter, and from the judges, even from the card, you know how to evolve. Yeah, if you didn't, you know what I mean? Everything.
Same work.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I want it to mean something, because I don't believe in your head becoming jello just for the sake of being jello. It's like, it's got to mean something, and it's got to propel you somehow. You know what I mean? I got tons of great promo out of it. I got 2 months of it. I got judges card stuff. I won or I lost. I was in front of, a sanctioned, licensed ref that is going to take care of us in the match as well. Like, I don't want it to be the Wild West, and we want to do it as safely as we can with everybody and have it mean something. That's the reoccurring theme, for me all the time. It's got to mean something. Step 1 has to take us to step 2, and step 2 has to take it to step 3, or like, why are we doing it,
Okay, so this question's for both of you.
Yeah.
So you spoke on promotion earlier. I want to know if you guys seen the new Dylan Dennis, Logan Paul information and the whereabouts and what's going on with those two. And do you think what Dylan Dennis is doing is too far, or do you think that's great in promotion?
I mean,
have you seen it before?
I seen a glimpse of it, but to answer on that, nah, man. That to me, I'm thinking like, if you're gonna sell it, that's one way to sell it, I guess. Cause I think you're taking it a little too far, a little too step out there. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You're supposed to sell the tickets, sell the promotion, sell your name, sell everything. But I don't know. From what I'm seeing, I feel like it's all like a stage host. I feel like it's one of those deals where it's like, hey, bro, I'm going to do this next time, so I need you to react a certain way. And it's like, nah, man, I feel like it's too staged or too hypocritical. I'm going to say that,
Yeah, it's like just WWE.
Yeah, like it's one of those deals where it's like there's already a story in line. There's already a place. There's already everything in lined up. So now for you to act out, I mean, it could be real. The beef could be real. It could be, the promotion could be everything. But nah, I don't see it. I feel like it's fake right now.
Yeah. For me, there's two sides of the coin, because we get in there and he and I throw hands, and I see it from that perspective. But from a promotion perspective as well, it's like you got people talking. Yeah. And that's the name of the game at the end of the day. When I open up my Apple News feed, I'm like, I'm not hearing about other fools. I'm seeing Logan Paul and Dylan again. Logan Paul said this. Conor McGregor said that. You know what I mean? And, but I also think it belongs to the person. So, for example, Logan Paul, that's Logan Paul, man. He's a YouTuber. What do you expect? You know what I mean? From the fighter side, I think my approach would be like, I'm just not going to say anything at all. And that's really going to grind your gears. You know what? What'll talk in the ring? Left and right. Yeah. That's what, and that'd be kind of cool. And it's expected from Logan Paul. And it's cool to be like, hey, this fighter, he hasn't said a word. He hasn't said a word in month 2, month 3, month 4. You know what I mean? To me, that's a bigger buildup of like, what am I going to confront in the ring? You know what I mean? Like, this dude might want to rip my head off. And I think it's, from a fan perspective, is interesting. But, people love dirt. People got to gossip about something around the water cooler. You know what I mean? People got to, call it chismes. Everyone's got to have the, hey, what's the scandalo? Like, I got to know, you know what I mean?
Right,
and it's
right.
So I don't know how to feel about it, because at the end of the day, they're doing business. So it's like, if they're building business and it's putting money in, people's pockets down to the ring guy that puts the ring up, I'm like, hey, so be it, but there's a little bit of, I guess, old school pure in me that's like, let's just see it in the ring. Let's talk some good trash and let the people that promote do the work. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, that'll be my role. Like, I'm not fighting, so I'm over here on this side of it. Like, let me do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Don King used to do back in the day. He talked all the trash for all the fighters, for Tyson, whatever, and Tyson just stood there. And it was like him and the other promoter would be getting at it, or the manager and the coach. And I'm like, yeah, boy, that's what's up,
That's a little WWE-esque too as well, though.
It is, but it's like, I think from a promoter perspective, when people come to the event, it's like you want to have some delineation in the audience. I'm for this guy or I'm for this guy. And I think that's what makes it fun. And at the end of it, we can all be like, we loved it. The whole event was cool as hell.
Everything was,
what I mean? Everybody was great. Yeah, but you want to have, it's like football. you want to have some like, oh, come
Yeah.
on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I personally I like it. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. I
Yeah. I mean, I love me some good trash
I
talk.
I feel for his wife though, because this has fuck all to do with her. It has literally
Yeah.
nothing to do with her.
I mean, that was next level, bro.
Yeah,
But
that's what I'm saying. It feel
I
like
kind of like it though, because let me explain why I like it. I like it because when they announced the fight, I was like, "Who gives a fuck?"
Yeah,
And then all this happens. I'm like, "Oh, I want to see them punch each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
I want to
Oh,
see them
yeah.
punch each other for
Yeah,
real."
yeah, yeah.
So, I mean, I like shit talk.
I mean, that me
I
too.
like- I
I mean,
like
and
shit.
that's the entertainment aspect. That's what I'm talking about. Of like, you know, you want to have a little bit of that. I think as long as it stays as real as it can be, right? So
Mhm.
to your note of like with staged, you're like
Yeah.
we're scripting it out. That's one thing. But if you're like I legit hate you, I'm
Mhm.
like yeah, let's let that play out, man, in a controlled environment. Like don't kill each other here because we've lost our match before the match.
Yeah, for
You know what I mean? I'm like no, just save all of that.
Trash
But-
talking is trash talking.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but I get it. But like I said, like the deal with the wife, I just feel like it's a step out there. I feel like it's staged, you know,
Mhm.
because everything can be hidden. Everything could be hidden, but everything could be shown at the same time,
Yeah,
right? And I just feel like
Yeah.
I don't think your wife would.
bringing
agree
in
to
the
that, though.
wife, that was
I don't think your wife would agree to all those pictures. Like he's still going, like till this day. Like today, still posting pictures. I don't think
I mean
that part can't be staged though, right?
I mean, it probably
it
can't.
could be, but like
let's
it's
I
not
mean,
likely.
let's not make the call on the wife because I mean if she's cashing the checks too, she might be like keep talking,
Yeah, keep,
keep going.
going.
say whatever you gotta say.
Keep insinuating that
I'm
I'm a
just kidding.
whore. I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I don't know about
I don't know.
I
Like
would,
you paying the bills,
Right? You're
Maybe.
like I don't know. You
Maybe,
said
maybe.
what?
like me never.
I mean, we are
I
talking
would
about
never,
his
but
wife
how much did we
more
get?
than ever. We
Yeah.
are talking about her more than ever. So I guess
Yeah,
I
that's
guess I
pretty wild.
see you guys'
Yeah.
point on
Right.
that one, but
Yeah.
I don't
I mean
know.
it's a wild one, you know.
I don't know.
I mean
You never know. I
Yeah.
mean, you never know. Money is a root of all evil, and you never
Right.
know. You know what I mean? It pays the bills.
right, she might be like throw me in the ring.
Hey, for
I'll
real.
get into maybe they're setting up another fight.
Yeah, she's
Wife
gonna try to
versus
jump
wife.
him.
Wife
You know what I
versus
mean? Call us,
OMG.
we'll put it up.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know because I seen you guys had the little post like all the fighters you guys signed or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you pick who's going to be signed and who's going to come aboard the team?
So far, it has been a matter of an organic connection. You know, just like there was someone either we believed in, you know what I mean, or that they were attracted to us. They talked to us. I was like, I really like what you're all about. It was not a win or a loss situation. First of all, it was like, I really like what you're all about because if we're gonna be in this and we're gonna be running the marathon, not the sprint, right? It's like there has to be a level of we relate to one another, we understand each other, like we're gonna invest in each other
Mhm.
for the long run, and to see where that where that opportunity is for them as well. Because some, fighters are just so much further along. You're like, there's nothing I can really do for you, man, that you couldn't already do for yourself.
Mhm.
And there's some that are like, you know what? You need to focus on just your craft and training and let me do the rest. So we've either been approached or we've seen someone like we met each other at SportsCon. And I mean, for me, it was like, oh, I love you, bro. You know what I mean? Because I just felt like, I mean, already I was like, Raza, my people. Yes,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So I was already like, thank you. Hi, thank you. Right? You know what I mean? With Elijah, it was another one. Shout out, bro. We had seen him at a Tuesday night fight before he actually fought. And Sarah at Brawler was like, hey, dude, like, what's that dude's deal? And I was like, I don't know. Let me go talk to him. And I went and talked to him and Nigel, and it was like,
He's very
Yeah,
charismatic.
you're like, I
yeah,
really like these guys.
Elijah's very charismatic.
Yeah, it's like we really like these guys, and it became a thing of like, man, he needs help. We want good fighters. We want to build a team because that's something else we're trying to do as well. We're trying to build a stable and a team of guys that we all have each other's back because, we talked about this earlier. We come in from an old school hood rat thing of blood in, blood out. You're in on one of us, you're in on all of us, and vice versa. And we're all there to support, and our families are there to support, and we're all just getting each other all the time.
Gets in a fight, we all getting in a fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
there
I don't
is.
even know why I'm mad right now, but you're mad, so I'm
Hey,
mad.
Yeah, for real. I
And
got
so-
your back, you got mine.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
And we're always open to people contacting us as well.
What are the perks that come with becoming a brawler?
Well, I mean, you get cool shoes like me. First of all.
Well, where's his? Where's his shoes?
We got.
Nah,
them
I
the-
like your
Yeah,
dunks.
thank you.
I
Hey,
like your
man.
dunks. I was
Yeah,
just
thank you, man.
I was just
I'm
saying
about
you
to
don't have the
say-
no let's not do
Cold,
that.
man,
I like the
cold.
dunks. I like the dunks.
You
I'm
good
just
right
saying
there?
he didn't give you the ones like his, you know?
Right.
Oh man, but I mean, think about it. I'm like still old school Chicano. You know,
Yeah.
I like my Converse. I like my
Yeah.
Stacey Adams. I still
Right.
like my Cortezes. You know, my
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll get you some Cortez made by
Yeah, get him
Express.
Creases or something.
Just kidding.
So, but
With some gold. No, for us, you know, there's a lot of different things we do. First, you know, we're brand development. Like a lot of fights, like I found out about a lot of fighters and fights after they happened. I'm like, where's the promotion on this? Like, and even when I go to find the fighter, I'm like, I want to know more about you. And I'm like, I can't even find you somewhere, which is
Yeah.
also incredibly aggravating. I'm like, how can people follow you? How can people support you? How can people come out and get behind you if they don't know who you are? Right? So it's like
Yeah.
we want to build the brand. Two, because we're a promoter, we're able to create the platform to now, like we're doing all over Texas. You know, we're working on something that's the U.S. versus Canada in December that we're going to have fighters on. Like, we're going across the country to, like, do stuff as Brawler. That's another thing, merchandising, because we want to get into merchandising as well. We've already started it. Clearly, we're into all the branding and the drinks and everything else, right?
give me 1 second.
Thumbs up. Cortez, bro. I need some, dude.
Man, they discontinued them.
I know that's cold, dog. You can find them, but for like $300-400.
Yeah, nah, I ain't paying no $300-400.
I wouldn't either.
I would.
I wouldn't
Some
either.
Cortezes?
You would?
Yeah, I'd get
Really?
Sarah from Brawler to buy them for me.
Ah,
Cause I'd be like, put Brawler on it. Now you gotta buy it.
yeah, that's dope.
No, another thing too is we've got, you know, Olympic coaches and we've got Golden Glove champs coaches. So we like to we provide the training where maybe there hasn't been some, and if there has been some, well, hey, now we're doing some new stuff. You know what I mean? Because it's like we want fighters got to evolve. So we've got merchandising, we've got promotion, we've got brand development, we've got training. Like, we're trying to do everything, provide opportunities, break into different markets, not just be in the DFW Metroplex. And that's not that that's a bad thing, but I'm just saying, you know, fighting different fighters from another side of Texas is already different. They're fighting a different style. You know, the different coaches that we have, you've got a Golden Glove style, you've got an Eastern European style with our Olympic coach. I mean, to have exposure to those types of things propel you as a fighter, because you're not just a one-trick pony anymore. Having different opponents with different coaches, I mean, all these things play into it, and so that's what we provide. You know, plus we're partnered up with a record company, Charlatan Records, so we do custom entrance themes for the fighters because it's part of the branding. You know, why dance with the devil? Why should he not
By
be
the
coming
way,
to the ring?
that
Right?
It's going to be dope.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I always wondered why I don't see a lot of in boxing or MMA. You don't really see a lot of like the entrance music or like the entrance walkout or something elaborate.
Yeah.
All you get is like music, somebody walk out. But like you don't
Yeah.
get like the WWE style
No.
like
Yeah.
promo package and like
And see, that's
pyro and all that other stuff,
Oh, yeah.
laser beams and shit.
Yeah.
I always wondered why people didn't do that, but it seems like you guys are gonna.
well,
like,
yeah. I
lean
mean,
into that a
coming
little
from
bit.
the entertainment background, that's why I was like, we want to bring something different to that. It's like the walkout song is cool, but I'm like, why should he not be walking out to his own song
Yeah.
that when his fans know, ah, fool,
Yeah,
you
man.
know? Plus, it's creating another promotional stream. It's creating another revenue stream. We're doing some cross branding because we've got, you know, hey man, go check out my track, you know, Dance with the Devil on Spotify and Apple Music. Like, how many fighters can say that? You know, I mean, the smart ones that get into it do it. Others just come out to, you know, a song of a band that they love, and that's awesome.
Mhm.
You know, but I'm like, that's a whole nother part of
Yeah.
your whole thing.
You're trying to build
You know what
your
I
own
mean?
character.
Yeah, and as Brawler,
Yeah.
we want the character, we want the merchandising, we want, you know, the character to have the music convey that way, because everyone's trying to, at the end of the day, you express yourself in the ring through your fighting style, and you should express yourself on your way to the ring and to bring people into the event anyways, you know, to come and support you, because that's what people can relate to.
Nah.
You know what I mean? Like, I like that guy because I feel him.
Yeah.
He comes from a background I do, or I like the song, or I just like what they're doing. And that's what I mean by the meaning. It's like, to me, everything should have a meaning for it. We're not doing it just to do it, you know, like, because it means something. You know,
Yeah,
we
for
train
real.
for hours, like, you know what I mean? We don't do it just to do it, because we want to get, where's the next goal line, right? set up our goal line, set up our milestones. Let's get us into the end zone. So we offer that as well to everybody. You know, anyone that signed to us, they're going to have their custom tracks. You know, we've also been hit up by other people. Like I said, I've done stuff for WWE guys. I just did a Gangrel's podcast from WWE, from The Brood. So, I mean, there's a lot of that, you know, that, again, we're bringing in. We're connected to the wrestling world. We have
chestnut checkers. I'm telling you, man, you got to move one pawn at a time, one space at a time, depending on what, you know, piece of the puzzle you is. And that's all that matters, you know?
Yeah.
And all you're doing is creating your own persona, creating your own character. You're going to bring Morningstar alive? Well, I think come dance with the devil. Yeah. You know, I basically, my future for what I'm trying to see in this, you know, promotion is one of those deals where it's like, hey, man, I don't want to be another Chicano or another young boy just repping different colors. I want to basically be like, where my fans could be like, man, you know, I was once in his shoes, or I'm walking behind him, and now look at the greatness I'm becoming. You know, every sinner has a future, right? Every sinner has a future, and every future has a past, and that's all that matters. You know what I mean? You're just bringing out your own persona. It's chess, man. That's all I'm saying. That's what I mean by the quote unquote chestnut checkers. It's just you're building up. You're moving one pawn at a time. That's all that matters.
All right, give me one more second.
You got it. Time's up. You're so eloquent, bro.
I wanted to ask you. You have like these huge pupils. Is that very good for seeing in the ring and like POV in the ring?
Tattooed. And I told you. Look, the way I see it, when I first did it, I did it for intimidation, right? I know everybody, you know, may disagree with me when I say this, but it's like I'd rather be feared than loved, because there's no such thing as loved, right? Because if I love you, man, there's also loyalty, right? It's a whole nother topic, but I did it for fear. You know, I didn't want you to come up on me on the streets. I want you to stay away from me.
You want people like to think you're an alien or something?
Oh,
like, what's going on?
Not an alien. It's one of those deals where it's like
it fits into the Lucifer thing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I get it. It fits into it, but it's one of those deals where it's like, nah, man. I put on the typical old school gangbanger Chicano person, you know.
What does Chicano mean? I heard you say it like 5 times. What does it mean?
Chicano is basically it's a young boy. How would I explain it? It's a young, humble.
It's a
boy.
joven.
Yeah, it's a young Mexican boy from the barrio. Okay. That's all I could say that in that sense of manner. It's another term for Latino, right?
Is it okay for me to say? I can say
that.
Yeah.
It's
you gotta ask these days.
It's like a
no joke.
Another
you gotta ask these days.
It's like another
ethnicity,
right?
Yeah.
From like Hispanic, Latino, right? It's one of those deals where grandparents, and then it's dads, and then it's like, if you're American and not a Mexican, and then if it's like you're Mexican American, so that's all
Mexican
it is.
Americans don't like to wake up early.
But that's all it is. That's basically what a Chicano is. The Chicano is just it's like where you're from originally and where it plays off in like from your family tree, and that's all it is. Like,
how long have you been training? Sorry to cut you off.
How long have I been training?
Yeah,
like for what? Training? For boxing?
Yeah, whatever, fighting. How long have you been training?
Oh, his whole life.
It's my whole life.
Okay,
you know?
Boxing
wise, about a good like 3.5 years now.
When was the last time you've been in a street fight?
Oh man, I think the last time I want to say a couple of years ago. I want to say like around the time I started training for boxing. In reality, I was in a real bad bar fight. It was one of those deals where I don't do good around large crowds, you know.
Yeah, I feel that.
You know, and then if I feel like you're mugging me, I was growing up with anger issues a lot, and I still have some anger issues, but large crowds get me like my anxiety perks up, and if I feel like you about to attack me, I'm gonna attack you before you get me. Yeah.
You can have that word.
It's a good strat. What's the word?
Putazos.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
Chingazos.
Yeah, like you're throwing hands, pretty much.
Okay.
We'll hook you up, dude. With all
yeah,
the words.
give
like
me,
all
give
the
me
lingo,
right.
Like all the lingo on it.
We'll make you an honorary Chicanho. Right? Get it,
I don't
Chicano.
know. Hey, I don't know if that. See, she's laughing. I don't know if that's acceptable. I
No,
don't know
it really
about
is.
that
It's somewhat acceptable.
Well, I'm a Chicanho, so we're all right.
What does that mean?
It's a Mexican hoe.
Okay. You just added the emphasis on the hoe. Okay, for sure. For
A
sure.
Latino. Get
Yeah,
it?
No
Let's come up with
way.
this stuff, man. Just flows out.
So you're opening a gym too, right?
Yeah, we've got a gym that we've got a couple different affiliate gyms
So is
that like
that
we work
for-
out of.
Is that like just for your fighters, or do you want like anybody who wants to learn how to fight to come in too?
Well, I mean, yeah, like that's what we're all about, man. You know, there's got to be a place that they start. There's got to be a place that they build, and you want to build from the ground up. You know, so what we do is like with our different coaches, we're going to different gyms, we're doing different things, you know, and from there it's like think of it like going JV to varsity to, you know, college to pro. Like that's the idea, right? You know, we've got to have a feeder system in place to be able to find those fighters to take them to the next step. Or, you know, another thing that's cool is like, you know, some of our fighters, man, like at some point I'd like to see them coaching as well and bringing up. I think it's a big cyclical thing of like we're creating opportunity for everybody. You know, like the way he's saying, you know, every sinner is a saint. You know, somewhere say it's for us. It's, you know, ring of redemption, man. Like everyone gets a second chance if they want it, and everyone has a first chance if they want
Everybody
it as
has
well.
a story. Everybody has a story, and you know what I mean. And that story needs to be told. And I get it. Some people deserve second chances, third chances. I mean, chances are there in life, and that's why I feel like it's there. You know, I feel like it's one of those deals where it's like everybody should be heard. You know, that's why I was telling Brawler. I was like, hey man, look. I was like, I fight for men health awareness, right? And I fight for certain awareness because everybody needs to be heard. I don't care if you were like, hey man, God gave me or somebody gave me 5 chances, 6 chances. Hey man, guess what? You get another chance today. If you mess it up, guess what? Start again tomorrow. Hey, I did this, I did that. Nobody's gonna forgive. Nobody's gonna do that. Guess what? Start again. Tomorrow's a new day. You know what I mean? Today's a new day. You know, I get the same 24 you get. You just get an extra chance. That's all that it means.
Yeah.
Deep, see? And that's deep.
That is deep. How important to you is mental health? And,
Oh man, like without
because nowadays people just say, yeah, suck it
oh
up.
yeah,
pussy.
like a lot, like I take it very
I'll sue you.
Yeah.
One of the two.
Yeah, it's
I
one of the
take it
two.
I take it very seriously. Like for me from battling depression and everything, man, I had a best friend that was so depressed that one day he was like, hey man, we're men and we don't talk about our problems. We just grab beers and that's all we do. And I remember the following week he committed suicide. And I
Jesus
remember
Christ.
And I remember going through it. I remember I couldn't talk to my family. I remember I couldn't talk to nobody because nobody knows what that person's feeling, right? Somebody once told me, it was like, I could protect you from the whole world, but the only thing I cannot protect you from is your own feelings. True. So that was like his message. It was one of those deals where it was like, hey man, like nobody wants to talk no more. And everybody says like I love when men and women, they be like, oh yeah, we could talk. But then whenever you start talking about like, man, my girl left me, or I lost my house, and then everybody's like, hey man, like tell me another sob story another day, you know. So that's why I'm saying I take it very serious, and that's why I always tell, you know, my kids, any of my partners, I tell them, anybody, I just be like, hey man, look, I'll give you my ear if you need to. You want to cry, man. I mean, everybody eventually gonna cry, and it sounds so sad, and it sounds like, oh man, he just being soft. Reality, man, I could be a monster. But on the inside, I could be a fluffy bed, but you never know until you actually talk. That's all it is. You know what I mean? That's why I say this from here on out. I fight for men health awareness because nobody listens to men a lot more than women. But again, some women can't talk, and you know, you just gotta listen. In reality, just men and women deserve chances to talk, and that's why I talk about chances. I talk about awareness. I talk about just like depression. Hey man, I seen too much in my 25 years of life. I done seen too much. I done seen people get killed over, suicided over. I done seen people just been turned away.
Yeah.
And I just feel.
My bad. 98, baby.
Yeah, 98. Yes,
99.
sir.
So.
Oh yeah, so you know what I
Some
mean.
quick math. You want to be an accountant too?
No.
Can you count his money?
I cannot. I try to pocket a little bit of it.
There you
You guys know how those accountants be. They be slimy.
Right.
I'm one of
True that.
those.
I mean, right.
I'm
I'm
trying
thankful
to,
for mine.
Yeah.
But no, that's huge,
Mhm.
especially from where we come from. because as machismo men, where
Right.
you don't, man, you don't cry or you don't talk about it until it's like
It's
too
already
late.
Too late. Yeah.
And you're like, well, now I'm in trouble. I might as well tell you it already happened. You know
feel
what
like,
I mean? But it's like,
I don't want to be heartless, but some things are a little too far. Like you shouldn't be crying where like boogers are coming out your nose in front of me, like in front
Oh
of other
yeah,
grown
like
men.
I mean,
I'm just making
there's
jokes.
a
I'm just-
limit. I mean, there's a limit.
Yeah.
It's one of those deals where it's like, man, my dog died today.
That's pretty sad. But
Yeah,
like,
it's sad, bro. But like, you really about to lose your life because you lost your dog today.
like just
You know
don't
what I
be
mean?
like hiccuping while you're
Yeah,
crying.
like don't be, like I had little Chico since I was a baby. Hey man,
Yeah.
Chico's dead now. You know what I mean? Go
Yeah.
get another dog. Go get a baby Lulu or something. You know what I mean? I don't,
Baby Lulu.
but like, nah, I just mean there's a certain extent. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
And
for
I
sure.
get it. It's all like shits and giggles and we laugh and everything.
Yeah.
But there's a certain extent.
we're talking about this serious stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, of
Because
course.
most stuff, I think there is too much hypersensitivity to everything now.
Yeah.
That someone that
Oh,
wants
yeah.
to talk, that
Yeah.
very much has experienced some real trauma, is even afraid to say it now because you're like,
oh, he
well,
judges.
everyone's just gonna be like,
Yeah.
oh, another one of those, right?
Yeah.
So it's a serious thing. man.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
definitely,
There's
both ways.
There's just
Both
certain
ways.
certain topics, certain limits. I'm just gonna say that. Nah, I mean, cause like a lot of people could say, well, losing a girlfriend ain't so bad. Well, hey man, that girl could be some a real serious one that you're just like, hey man, I told all my secrets, I told all my darkest lies to,
True.
right? And in reality, somebody else could look at it, from the outside in and be like, well, man, you were only with her for 3 weeks, right?
Buddies,
But-
guys out there, if you're telling all your deepest secrets
Right.
and whatever in
That's
3
why.
weeks,
That's why I'm like, they're just.
That's your own fault.
Yeah, that's,
that's
your
on
own.
you,
Yeah,
buddy.
reality. That's what I'm saying. They're just certain limits.
That's
man.
why you gotta be a Chakan ho, so you don't get the feelings out. like-
Oh man,
yeah, I was gonna
You
say
don't
3
get there.
weeks. That's on you, Bucko.
man,
Yeah, right.
man, you take a shot and you bury that motherfucker down. You
Yeah.
just-
Yeah, I feel that. So I wanted to ask you. You saying you're gonna have events, right? And
Yes,
so
sir.
is this like a boxing company,
Yeah.
Brawler?
just,
Yeah. Brawler
Yeah.
Boxing Company.
Okay, so how are you gonna do with weight divisions? What's up with that?
Depending on the matchups and the way that we have them, you know what I mean. We'll pop them in. Like we want every division possible. From if we could get a super flyweight, dude, a straw weight. I don't know, all the way up to heavyweights.
You do those?
Yeah, I
You do
would.
you do the super and the junior thing?
I'm crazy like
oh
that.
man.
I really don't like the super and the junior.
Yeah.
thing.
No?
They're just too close in weight divisions.
Yeah.
Like, weight division
Well,
be like
yeah,
2
yeah, yeah.
pounds apart.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. No,
I need at
obviously you
least somewhere
condense some
5
of
to
that.
10 more.
Yeah, yeah, you
Yeah.
condense some of that, but I'm talking about we're not shooting for a specific one.
Okay.
If a card ends up being a ton of welters and light, then that's what we're gonna do. We would strive to have a little bit of everything because I think that makes a very interesting fight card. It's not just one particular, we're welter centric. It's like, oh man, everybody is on this card. This can be awesome. That's why I said we want to give, up and coming first time fighters a shot. We want to give female fighters a shot. Like we want to give, dudes that are about to hit amateur or pro a shot. Like we want all of that, and we want those,
The more the
heavy-
merrier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
for real.
we want a shot for everybody.
What do you think about
know.
a championship belt?
I think we should have one.
Oh yeah.
The brawler belt, dude.
That'd be sick.
That'd be dope,
That'd be dope.
right?
But
We'll,
actual
we'll let
belt
you
then.
design it,
Yeah.
so
An
that way
actual
you
belt,
won't
though.
you won't be
Lit.
mad at it.
That'd be lit. As long as it's not a chain, I think I'd be
Yeah.
all right.
So you won't be talking to someone else going, what do you think about that brawler belt, dude?
hey, shout out Lamb 4. I'm not disrespecting
absolutely.
y'all.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
I love
hey,
Lamb 4.
He said
much
it.
respect. Much respect.
Just a couple
Ade,
of things that need some fine tuning. over there.
Derwin, Rick, Kwame, what's up?
Yes, love everybody over there.
Absolutely.
Just some things need some little.
Yeah, I was
fine
just
Hey,
saying,
but
I'll
everything,
let you
but
design
everything
it.
can evolve for improvement. Everything
Yeah.
could be improvement.
tuning. Yeah, everything can be improved for sure. So,
I mean, I
um,
think the belt needs to be big enough that you could hit somebody with it, and that starts the storyline for the next fight.
For the
they
next,
got some WWE stuff going on.
I
for
do,
real.
man. I can't get it out of me, dude. I can't because of the entertainment side. Just I don't want it to end, right? So it's like, oh, it's a saga, bro. It's like, all right, now we've got 1-1. It's the rubber match now. Who's good? You know what I mean? Like I love a good story like that. Like I just do. It's the same
almost
reason.
like the Canelo and Triple G,
Yes,
right?
dude,
It was
you have,
like,
like-
round.
Yeah.
Well, they went like what three
Three.
times, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on now.
Pretty sure Canelo won all 3 though.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yes sir.
Yeah.
Canelo all day.
Yeah.
Team Alvarez.
I mean,
Some fights I don't think need rematches though.
no, definitely not.
Like,
I didn't do it.
I'm sorry to say, she told me she was a Spence fan earlier, but Spence and Crawford, I don't think I need
What?
a rematch.
Who
I
said
don't
it?
think I really need one.
There's 2 of you in here, and who'd you go for?
Yeah, she said she loves Spence. That's her guy.
Yeah.
And you?
Yeah,
Who'd you go for?
I'll take it.
Not Spence.
Not Spence.
She's like, not Spence.
I don't think I need a rematch.
It's
Now,
cold. You see how she?
going into the fight, I was like, yeah, give us a rematch. We might possibly get 4. If we get a tie
Right, right.
tonight, we might get 4.
Right.
But then after seeing it, it was like, nah, we don't need it.
Yeah, like we're good.
It was pretty decided.
You don't want like Diaz and Paul again?
No. Fuck
No.
Fuck no.
No.
No. I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm not clowning. I'm just
I
asking.
like Jake Paul, but like I don't want to see Nate Diaz ever fight again in my life. I'm sorry. I've had enough. Especially the Nate Diaz Tony Ferguson fight. I've had enough. I've checked out.
Really? Yeah.
It's
You
just
done
been
with them?
too many bad fights after bad fights, and
Right.
then he has this one little moment. Then his fans act like, "Oh yeah, he could beat up Superman or whatever the fuck." Like I just don't. I don't
Yeah.
like
You're
it.
like,
Nah,
that's-
he just calling
one
out.
out of
he's
9
just calling
rounds.
out old people,
Yeah.
old people that are out of their prime. Like he's calling out. I believe Jake Paul's calling out.
He gonna call you out right now,
Conor
dude.
McGregor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't care. I'll fight him too. Anybody can catch his hands. Anybody.
I
Mark
would
that.
love to see it. I would love
Cholo
to see
versus Diaz.
it.
Any-
Cholo versus Paul.
We'll do
yeah,
it.
Cholo
I'd
versus
like to see it.
anybody.
Diaz
Cholo
is
versus the
too
world.
easy
You know
for
what I mean?
brother.
Hey,
Diaz, I think everybody in this room cool with Diaz right now. Not in a
Yeah.
street fight because he's choking us, all of us out.
oh yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah.
boxing alone.
Boxing, yeah.
We're gonna have our way with Nate Diaz.
Oh yeah, yes sir.
But in
I-
street fight, he's choking all of us out.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just all I gotta
What?
say.
There you go.
But
I don't know if he. I want to see Nate Diaz just do shit talking. Like put him on a podcast or something. Like
him
let
and
him
his
talk
brother, no,
trash.
him
Oh,
and
right.
his brother together.
Yeah, let him talk trash. I don't want to see these guys fight anymore.
There you go. That's some great
But
trash
like
talking.
I said, Jake Paul, I just feel like he's calling out too many people. Like I just feel like he's calling out too many veterans. Let me say that, and he's not calling out real fighters. You know,
Jake
I
Paul
don't- I
Cholo's
don't-
calling you out.
I think he's just calling out the wrong fighters personally.
reality, like he's bringing, like it's almost like that Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, right? It was like when they both fought, everybody was like, "Oh, McGregor's gonna do this." Mind you, it's a boxing world. That's why I say it's chess, not checkers.
Those people are insane.
Right? You about to?
Those people. That's like me saying, yeah, if Sean O'Malley and Tank Davis fought,
Oh,
O'Malley
wow,
would give him the
like,
hand.
yeah.
Like, that's fucking crazy. That's fucking ludicrous.
Yeah, like why would you put it in the same? But I mean, supposedly Jake Paul wants to go to MMA, but Dana White ain't
yeah.
gonna have
So what
it.
you're saying is, so you're saying that he's calling out all the old guys, and I agree with that to a
Yeah.
sense. I just think he's calling out the wrong guys.
The-
Like
So who would
Israel
you
Adesanya
rather
will fuck
see
him up. Israel Adesanya will fuck Jake Paul up.
in a boxing match?
Yeah.
Yeah,
In
I
the
mean, I can see
boxing
that.
only?
And he got some
Alex-
fighting style. of
Alex
it.
Pereira would fuck Jake Paul up.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so I think it's he's calling out the wrong guys. He's not
Who's-
calling out
who's-
boxers.
Who's the Batman way? He barely just won. I think it's O'Malley.
Benton.
O'Malley, right?
Uh-huh.
The
Sean O'Malley.
Benton,
Sean-
right?
Yeah.
Sean O'Malley. I feel like he would even have a chance against.
No, we're going too far now.
What?
He's like 135.
But like honestly,
Jake
if he was
Paul
to bulk,
85.
if he was to honestly bulk up, I feel like he would honestly have like the greatest boxing style for it. I'm just saying.
Nah.
Could
Now,
he bulk
granted,
up?
I don't know. I don't know
a,
about
man,
that.
a man could dream, bro.
It's a weight divisions for a reason, brother. I don't know about
Hey,
that one.
bulk up, put some pounds on. I feel like he will honestly have it. That just me personally. That just every man can dream, bro. Every man can dream.
Don't know
Cholo
about
calling
that.
everyone out today.
But now, is that ever gonna happen? No, nah, it's never gonna
No,
happen.
even if it did happen.
Even if it did happen, like,
I don't know about that.
but I'm just saying, every man can dream, right?
Right, I feel that. I don't think any 135 got anything for Jake Paul right now.
So we're at brawlerboxingcompany.com. Jake Paul. Who else you calling out? Sean O'Malley. Dana
Oh,
White
nah.
hit us up.
Oh man.
He wants
Anybody.
everybody.
Yeah.
Jake Paul might actually answer that request.
Hey,
Hey,
for
you
real.
never know, man.
You never know.
Yeah, that's very possible. Give me a second.
Pause. No, that's right. She's like, I'm saying sorry to you, not her.
Interesting.
I mean, we did say we're into men's awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyways, I mean, she want to talk to us?
If you guys want to, give her a holler at. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to conduct myself after that. I
Right,
don't
you're
know
like,
what's
clip.
I don't know what's the appropriate level to speak at.
Now
I
have
mean,
to
we
be
are
real
speaking into the
soft-spoken.
mic.
How's it going today? How are you?
Yeah.
Docile.
Yeah. Nah, man. I mean,
I wanted to ask you guys about some upcoming fights.
Yeah.
Just
What's up?
real quick. Do you watch MMA?
Yes, sir.
You do. You watch
So,
MMA, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, absolutely.
All right. So, Charles Oliveira and Islam. What's the pick?
Islam.
Islam.
All
Both.
the way.
I'm rooting for Charles because that's my favorite fighter, but I think Islam does get it done.
It does, man.
Kobe or Leon?
I'm gonna go with Leon.
No, I mean that's a hard one. I ain't gonna lie. That could go bit 50-50, but I got Kobe on this one.
Yeah, I got Kobe.
You
Brother.
want to bet?
I want to
Let's
bet.
have a bet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
What do you want to bet?
We could bet. I mean,
I want to bet Cholo's shoes.
We gotta do a real bet. We gotta do a
could
real
do this.
bet.
We could bet on the shoes, but man, I don't know because that one's I feel like that would be a
tight.
yeah, it's gonna be a tight fight. And in a knockout though, I could see it. I could see it going either way though.
I think it's gonna be a decision.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
feel like
don't know.
Kobe just takes him down, lets him back up, takes him down, let him back up, takes him down, let him back up, over and over again. For
Right,
the
right.
fight.
I mean, you
That's
never.
pretty much his style.
Hey,
Yeah.
for real. But I mean, you
For real.
never know. But I mean, Leon's a good fighter. I promise you, he really is. But I think I got Kobe on this one.
I think he's the weakest champion, pound for pound.
Uh-huh.
I think all the other.
Well, to
champions
go
are
like
better.
toe for toe. Like
yeah,
for-
if all
yeah.
the champions were even.
Oh yeah.
If all the champions were even,
Oh yeah. Then
I think he's
100%.
the-
Yeah. Like
either him or O'Malley.
No comment. No comment.
It's one of the two. I don't know.
I don't
which.
know. Like everybody thought. Like I was going for O'Malley. O'Malley whenever he was going against Sterling, right?
Mhm.
I was like, man, I feel like Sterling is gonna win, but I was like, I still got O'Malley just because like everybody and mind you, I went. This is when he was in the training camp.
Yeah.
That's when I was seeing the little post fights and everything. I seen when he was knocking out people just in the post fights, you know. So I was like, man, this dude's gonna make it. This dude's gonna make it big. And then he went against Sterling. And I was like, oh snap, he is gonna get swept for the first time, or for the first time in a minute. I'm gonna say that.
You got it right, but that's just a nightmare matchup. That's why
Yeah,
people
like that's
were
what I'm
picking
saying. Like
against him.
I don't see a rematch though. I don't.
I don't see a rematch because UFC got what they wanted.
Yeah.
Why
Reality-
risk
yeah.
that? Why
yeah,
risk
right.
that?
Yeah. I mean that's what I'm saying. I just I don't see it.
And after knowing what we know, seeing what we see, my camera died.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
We're gonna call it a day.
this one. No, I'm
Right.
gonna angle. Try to get the three of us in here. I'm just gonna angle this.
Look at that hair, bro, on camera. I was talking about yours.
Oh man.
You gotta comb it, bro.
Oh yeah. I gotta comb it.
Someone get this man a brush.
Yeah, I just think UFC doesn't want Aljo as their champion, so
Right,
they're
that's
not
true,
gonna run
that's
it
true.
back.
They're gonna make.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, even seeing what we've seen, if they run it back, Aljo's gonna win.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like he's gonna come with.
He's comeback
everything.
king.
Yeah.
You seen what
everything.
Jan did to him the first time. He comes back and then just dubs Jan. He's
Man,
a good comeback
he
type of guy.
demolished.
Yeah.
Demolished, man. That's what I'm saying. I don't see it happening, but if it does, then oh yeah, best believe like O'Malley's my boy, but I feel like Sterling got
You gonna
that.
get some pink hair like him?
Oh no.
The big fro? The pink fro?
Put on a wig and everything.
Oh, yeah, the wig.
The facial tattoos.
Oh
Did you do
man.
it?
I mean, obviously, I already got a couple, but I think I'm done on my face for a minute.
Yeah.
For a
Right.
minute, and then
We need to make some more money
and
first.
plus I got
I feel
a
that.
Then you can be like, all right, I got some more.
and plus I got an aunt/mother sitting in my corner, so
Mm.
I can't admit too much
True,
that I
true.
want to put on my face, you know.
Ah,
'cause-
Yeah, he
feel
doesn't
that,
want
yeah.
nothing.
yeah,
nothing.
no ma'am,
No,
never.
man. We're talking crazy here.
Crazy
We
talk.
don't know nothing.
Crazy talk. Okay, so John and Stipe, what's the picks?
John. Yeah, John.
Yeah, I'm with him. I'm back him up on this one.
I'm glad we all agree.
I got
This
John.
one
I
I'm
got
glad-
John.
Glad we all agree.
That
I'm like,
that would be a quick, easy pick. John all day.
We're gonna be texting on Colby though.
Oh,
Seeing
yeah.
when
Like-
that's happening.
Okay,
What's that?
we can set a
Where,
bet.
where
Hey,
those
like,
shoes at now?
I'll do a Brawler promotional video if Leon wins.
Right
And
down on camera.
you guys do like a accountable for my podcast promotional video if Kobe
Done.
wins.
Deal.
Deal.
All right, it's in. You got it.
You're gonna be doing that video, brother. I'm letting you know. Hey,
We'll see.
I've just,
I gotta put faith somewhere.
it depends. If Leon could stop those takedowns like he did with Kamaru so well,
Yeah.
then
Oh,
he,
yeah,
he
for
could,
sure.
he could
Mhm.
probably win. I just think Kamaru probably lost the step. I think that head kick got to him a bit. He
Oh, yeah,
lost
yeah,
the
yeah.
step.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
Yeah. So Yuri versus Alex. That's next rumored one.
Ooh.
Oh no way.
No, Yuri Prohaska
Yeah,
versus
Yuri
Alex
yeah.
Pereira.
Go Yuri.
hmm
Damn, that one I wouldn't even.
That's a close one.
Yeah, that one's too close.
That's a close one.
That one I couldn't even pick, to be honest.
That's one where you can give me any pick and I would not judge.
Yeah, like that one, like it's one of those deals where it's like if I lose the bet, I lose it with pride because that one's too close. That would be a good fight though. That really would.
I want it to happen in January so bad, but it's looking like December.
Right.
Oh man. But
Really?
Yeah, it's looking like December.
So is it a
Yeah.
rumor or is it an actual setup?
It's rumored, but Dana's talking about Yuri's ready and Alex is the next guy. So I mean that is what's going to happen. It's just a matter of when does it happen.
Win, right? I mean, yeah, that one's too close. I'm sorry, I can't pick on that one. That one's way
I'm gonna go
too
Alex.
Be a
close.
good one though.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna go Alex.
Alex,
Yeah,
I don't know. Like I said, I could see it going both ways.
I can too. The guy who had to vacate his belt versus the guy who was a 2-time division champion in Glory and
Right.
was in a champion in the UFC already, and like within 4 fights. It's gonna be pretty fire. I think Alex Pereira gets it done. And becomes
That
one
was
of
the
the
fireworks you're asking for.
I mean, Trooper
Yeah.
is good, man.
He gets that done. He's like possibly the best combat sports athlete of all time. He would be 2
Yeah.
division champion in kickboxing
Yep.
and 2 division champion in MMA,
MMA.
at the highest level in both.
Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
think he would pass up Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who Henry is like Olympic gold medalist and
Right.
UFC champ. I'm pretty sure being double champ in kickboxing and Glory,
Right.
I mean kickboxing and MMA probably would take you there. O'Malley versus Cheeto. I think that's next.
O'Malley.
Same.
I'm telling you, that's my boy. I feel like O'Malley got it, man, all day.
That's a tough one.
It's a weird one because when I first saw him like 2 years ago, I was like, "What in the world am I looking
Yeah,
at?"
some skinny
Yeah.
kid wants to
Yeah,
make it,
man,
right?
and
yeah,
then I was
that's what I'm
like-
saying. I was with him with the post fights.
Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta give it to him, dude.
yeah.
Like,
That was the what did Dana White say? That's the white Jackie Chan or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
forgot what he said. It made me laugh
and
so
they want to
hard.
put the rocket on him, man. Like Dana's really behind him.
Well, yeah, he's gonna be a huge
yeah,
star if
he is, man.
It's just tough because he's in that division. That
Yeah,
division
yeah,
is
yeah.
gonna be hard to hold a belt.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
I
for
think
sure.
the longest win streak in that division, like with the championship, like title defenses, is 3. That's the longest. 3 title defenses at
I'm
135.
trying to think too, cause I think you're right, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, Jan. It's by Aljo, but
Right.
Jan,
I know Aljo has one.
Jan, TJ, and Henry. Those 3. Usually people lose right after that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I'm
So
saying with O'Malley
I
on that
can't.
one,
I
man.
can't argue with nothing that I know of. You know what
I just think, and I don't think O'Malley's the best in that division personally.
No.
It's so many
Who would
killers.
you give in the best in that division though?
Probably Marab.
Marab.
Yeah.
Now,
Marab.
if they were to go against each other, yeah, I'll probably.
Marab would destroy
Yeah,
him.
I give him Marab, but O'Malley, I mean, mind you, it's almost like the Spencer Crawford, right? It was
Umar would do the same thing. Umar would ragdoll him. Nurmagomedov, that's Khabib's little
yeah,
cousin.
that's Khabib little, yeah, no.
And
Ca-
then you got
anybody-
Corey Sandhagen. I think Corey Sandhagen touches him up a bit. They got some killers at 135.
Mhm.
Yeah, anybody related to Kawab? Nah, man.
Yeah.
Anybody.
Who charges
Yeah.
trains with Khabib, Islam,
Yeah.
Umar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got some killers.
Yeah,
over
they got
there.
some
Yeah.
killers.
They got some killers.
Cause man,
for
I've
sure.
I be seeing the training of them. Man, I'll be like, no, sir. Like
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm
I'm
cool on that.
good. I'm cool over here. You know what I mean? Like boxing, maybe I'll go toe to toe with you, but MMA, oh no, I'm getting choked the hell out. You know, like
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
not.
you're off.
Yeah, hey, like
I'm
hey,
already
before
good.
they even swing. Yeah, before they
Ding,
even
boom.
swing,
Good
like
job.
I'm good, bro. Hey, throw in the tail, coach.
As long as you can stop the takedowns, you'll be fine.
Right.
I mean, reality.
You're not stopping Khabib's takedown, but as
Oh,
long as you
nah,
stop
nah,
somebody
yeah,
else's
yeah.
on the street, you can stop somebody else's.
Oh
takedown,
yeah, I
you'll be
mean
fine.
in street fight, from street fighting to anything, yeah, I understand. Just stop.
But we don't street fight no more.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
no, we don't
Yeah,
street
nah,
fight.
no more street fighting.
No, man.
But if you tell people that gives them,
That you know of.
that makes them want to
Yeah.
try you a little bit more.
Yeah.
You gotta say I'm willing to street fight, but we just don't do it. You guys
That's
like
why-
I'm willing to go there, but we're
that's
not
why.
going to
That's
go
why.
there.
That's why I tattoo my eyes. That's why, like, hey man,
Is that painful?
no?
What do you mean no?
It is the least painful process ever, and you can actually look it up. You can look.
I
at
back that up because
can
I
look
know
at the
someone else,
review.
another one of my homies.
I promise you, there's
has
no like everybody thinks it's like, oh, it's your eyeballs. You get eyelashes, and you get dirt, and you get this. You're thinking of a pain sensation. You're thinking of a burning sensation. In reality, it's just it's a pressure. That's all it is. You know what I mean? And I mean, anybody that tattoo their eyes will tell you it is the least painful process out there. I promise you.
I don't believe you.
And you really, I mean, you just gotta like look into like do the homework and do like people that do like from the background and stuff, right? Yeah, everybody thinks like, oh, once I inject it with the ink, it just expands, right? No, it takes time. It takes 24 hours for it to fully expand.
I'd be too scared. I think I'm gonna go blind or something.
Hey man, I mean they tell you too like it's ink, so it's gonna fade, right? The older I get, it'll probably fade so much where you probably go blind, right?
You're crazy.
You know all the
and you still took that gamble?
Yeah,
you're crazy.
The way I see it is just like I had like I tell my tia, I tell my mom, I tell my grandma, right? I tell everybody at the same time.
Sorry, I'm.
For real, I'm sorry now, but the way I see it is just like I done seen what I wanted to see in life. I done seen my kids. Now, granted, I won't get to see them get married and all that. If worst case, if it goes south, I'm gonna say that. If it goes south,
some fucking wood in here somewhere. Golly, you gotta knock on that, brother. We need some wood, like hey, knock right here, like on the little. Yeah, thank you. Jesus Christ.
But yeah, I mean, but
like, what? You gonna hit her with it?
No. I needed him to knock on some.
They
wood.
knock on the door
like,
again.
He's like, I'm not gonna get to see it. I'm like, whoa.
But no,
I hope you do get to see it.
Yeah, like I hope I do. But it's just like, man, I already done seen it. I already done seen what I wanted to. Yeah. You know what I mean? I already done seen the what did that movie say? He say it's just a circle. I already done seen the ring around my finger. I already done seen the life given, received. I already done seen them. And the way I see it, and the way I tell my tia, and I tell my grandma, I tell my mom, is that if I was to go blind tomorrow, I done seen what I wanted to today, and I'll be fine for the rest of my life. Because it doesn't mean that I'm still, like, there's other senses. You have six senses, right? Just because one of your senses, it's just going to improve the others. So that just means that, like,
are you Daredevil? What the fuck?
Hey, right? I mean, but the way I see it, it's just like if my daughter's like, hey, daddy, hey, daddy, hey, I met somebody. It's like, cool. Now I'm not gonna know him, like, cause he could be.
I don't want to see him, cause I'll kill him.
Yeah, I'll kill him today. I'll kill him today.
I can't see him.
but I guarantee I at least get to know him, because if my daughter marries an ugly dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna be clowning.
You're not gonna fucking know.
I thought he was gonna say something like, "I hope I go blind, cause I don't want to see how ugly the world is." I was like, "Wow, that's deep, dog."
That's a lot. That's deep. You gotta pocket
that's
that
cool,
one.
Man. Right? I'll let you have it. You're welcome.
Thank you. I'm gonna write it on my face.
I'd get my ears tattooed.
What?
So that I could be deaf, like my grandpa was, cause he would just be like, "What?" He wouldn't know whatever. You know what I mean? He would turn off his hearing aid, unless he wanted to talk to my grandma. He turned it on.
Oh no, he's a real one.
He'd be like,
"Nah, he's a real one."
Vieja! And then he'd turn it down.
Nah, he's a real one. He's a real one.
So I don't mind losing my hearing. That's chill.
Yeah,
but the eyes.
I don't know. The way I see it is just one of those deals where it's like, I don't need to see the beautiful world. I don't need to see the dark world. I don't need to see.
Yeah, but you love boxing, right?
Yeah, I love boxing.
Well,
but
yo, like, what if like
he's gonna be all badass?
But man, that's when you like you go in there. You like, man, it's.
That's the next step.
Yeah. Hey, imagine I go, man, that'd be funny. Like, I actually go in there blindfolded. I mean, you know, there's like competitions like that, right? Like,
that's marketing right there.
Blindfolding with boxing.
So hurt for you. I'd be like, please don't let this go on.
Oh no, but I mean, I still.
Unless you're both blindfolded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's
okay.
there's like actual there's on YouTube. There's actual blindfolding boxing, right? And it's funny as hell.
I don't know, cause this is kind of what I have against slap fighting. You guys seen the look?
Oh yeah, like
thing.
the slap.
This
fight.
is what I have against it.
No.
It's just not being.
We're
able
trying to find out what that is, but we'll talk about that later.
No. It's like when they stand there, and let somebody slap you, and then you take your turn to slap.
You gotta hold on to a bar or a towel. No,
you never seen that,
bro? I get slapped by this chick like 7 times a day. You know what I mean?
Man, like I don't care who you are. Like,
I'd be the slap champ.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it, because you can't defend yourself.
No.
Yeah.
And like I think if you're blindfolded, it's gonna be pretty tough to defend yourself.
Yeah.
Unless you're gonna be in guard the whole time.
Yeah, for real. Nah,
but yeah, like the thing that I love about combat sports is that you're hurting somebody when they have a chance to move out the way or defend themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
And they're trained themselves. But like if you guys are blindfolded and you can't really see each other, it just seems like senseless violence to me. Like,
what is my favorite saying is come dance with the devil.
That's
you know
right.
What I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, if you're gonna dance with the devil, you might as well take the lead. and that's
About to be available on Spotify and Apple Music.
We'll do like a quick 15 more.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then we'll wrap up a little 15 minute.
I thought you were talking about that, like it's like Indian or something that they slap you. Have you seen that?
I've seen that one.
I was like,
I don't
that's
know if I've
gotcha.
seen
What
yeah,
is
like
that?
they're like I
It
don't
was like
know.
slap boxing.
No, it's pretty much like
They're
some
like in
dude-
the dirt,
Yeah, they're like
and
somewhere
then
in
they
the
like
dirt.
slap. Do you have a video of that? Can you
Yeah.
pull it up? You
What?
have to like quickly.
They're like,
And that's even
honestly, they're not
scarier,
even-
this, that
I
quickly.
don't know what the objective of the game is. They're just going at it, and
It's
they're just
wild.
slapping each other's back, and they're just slapping each
Their
other.
chest
With
y
mud?
todo. Dude, no, with
they're just
hands.
Like, imagine like so. It's
You got to
almost-
see this. You got to see this. This wild.
Yeah, honestly, man.
This is crazy,
I
dude.
don't get the objective. I don't. I don't see how you win or lose.
Yeah.
I don't.
Look at this.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, what is he?
Look
And then watch how he just puts him forward. Look,
at that. Just pressure.
Pressure.
What's going on?
drops him,
done.
and then he takes.
I don't know who won.
That's what I'm saying. Who won?
I don't know who won.
Who won? The freaking guy still standing or the guy that fell? 'Cause I'll be damned. You slapped me on my damn chest.
I
don't even
mean-
know how to score that.
In our defense, we don't know the language, but
We don't know
the
the
vision,
language, the
yeah.
culture.
But the vision, it's crazy. And she just pulled it up. She's like, "Watch this," and I'm like, "What in the
Why?
world? Like, you hit me like that every day."
I told you to take.
I was like, I could be in that fight.
I could.
I've been hit since I was a kid.
What do you guys think about tag team boxing? Actually, I want to know your idea first, because would you do that?
Yeah, hell yeah.
You would do tag team
Hell
boxing?
yeah. Need a breather, man. But yeah, no, I think it's interesting. I mean, there's a purist thing, but if we're doing something fun, just for like, hey, we're gonna do like something
yeah.
fun at this particular card for whatever reason, I think it's cool. It's interesting because it's tying the wrestling world I love together
Yeah.
with that.
I like it. I actually
Yeah,
do
I
like
think
it.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how that would
It's
go.
like when
but
do
I
you
think that'd
tag
be
though
pretty
in the
cool.
middle of that, you know?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, when I'm getting my ass beat.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
for real, that's what I
Go ahead,
tag.
tag them in, bro. Tag them in, because I need that side.
Hey, for real.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, that would be an interesting thing to see, though.
Yeah.
Right.
They got them on YouTube if you want to look it up.
Yeah. I mean, I'll look it up
It's like
later,
a
but
new,
I just.
new thing.
So it's almost like that
Yeah.
WWE that you were saying.
But it's boxing.
Yeah, it's like
What do you think about tag team slapping?
tag
No, I'm
team.
just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah,
I
I'm
got
gonna
my
tag
mom
out
and
every
my girl
time.
slapping me.
No, I think I'm good.
And I'm like, tag me out, bro. Tag me out.
One thing I wanted to ask you for sure, I have to ask you in this interview.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How do you guys pick the ingredients for the Brawler brew?
Oh man,
Brew.
So that's right.
this is like crack. I'm telling you.
Yeah, how do you guys pick the ingredients? How did that?
So
about?
we worked with Prestige Worldwide,
Mhm.
Will Ferrell
Mhm.
and Step Brothers. Now, can you remember when they had a company that did everything? They're like, we do security, we
Yeah.
make videos, we study science, and then they're in like the lab.
Yeah, I remember that.
No, basically what we did, Sarah was going through a bunch of different things with different manufacturers making different stuff, and I was like, man, which one makes my teeth itch the most? That's because that's me.
I'm telling you, that's like
Yeah.
it's
Because
crack.
you get
man.
it and you're like, that
Like you
the
want some more.
jitters, bro. No, just went through a couple different, manufacturers, brands that we felt like might like really represent like what we're doing. Found the right mix of the formula.
Mhm.
We want to get different flavors going on as well. Like one of the ones that I was like we should have is Cholo Cherry. You know what I mean? Because it's marketing, bro.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? We could have Count Chocula Brawler Brew. You know what I'm saying?
I like it. I
You
like it.
there? Yeah, see?
I see what you
it
do
just
there.
comes out.
Quick on
dude.
your feet.
Always. It's
Very
the
quick
shoes,
on your
man.
feet.
It's the shoes. the magical shoes.
Yeah. So just went through, the one that we felt represented what we were doing the best and ran with that. And that seems to, resonate with people that have tried it like the most, you know what I mean? And we wanted to do something that was very combat sports related. Like we didn't want to have an energy drink like a Red Bull that's just kind of for everybody type thing. It's like, this is for us. Like we're fighters. We have it at gyms. We have it at fights. We have it at events. We're drinking the Brawler
Yeah,
Brew
for
as we're
real.
watching the match. It's
I feel like you should make it into a beer as well too. I'm just saying.
you're not the only one that has said that.
You know what
He
I mean? Like
he grabbed the can because he's like, I thought it was beer, bro. And
Yeah.
I'm like, that's it.
you
Energy
could be
beer.
you could be like you could be
Energy
ringside and be like, hey, I'm
Imagine
drinking a brawler.
And
a
you'd be all
Brawler
over the
Brew."
place. I want to sleep, but I want to fight at the same time.
Nothing good can come of that. Nothing.
5% alcohol per can.
350 milligrams caffeine. So you're all jacked up, dude. You don't know which way to go.
You don't know. You don't know whether to stand up or
Right.
sit down.
I'm gonna kill you or snuggle, bro. But I love you. Man.
No
I
way.
love you.
But I'll fight you too.
Right.
But I'll fight you.
But I love you so much. I'll fight you.
Does ounces and gloves matter to you?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, it matters
for
to you.
sure. Man, it's one of those deals where it's like for my last fight, right? It's like if the dude's heavier, I feel like the dude should have, heavier gloves. If the dude's lighter, I feel like the dude should have lighter gloves. I get it. You train as you fight. I always train with either 16s. I'm even ordering some that are 3 pounds just because I want to be that stamina going, right?
That's
That
what's up.
constant jabs and stuff, right? But honestly, like if you're 125, 130, somebody's lighter, man, you're not going to be able to throw 15, 20 punches with 16 ounces gloves. You're not going to throw it per round. Now you're going to be tired by the time your first round is over.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's honestly now too light of a glove, like MMA, right? Whenever they fight, I think they fight with 3 ounces, 4 ounces.
Mhm.
Yeah, right. Like standard 8 ounces. Hey, let's do it. Because I feel like the lighter class should fight with lighter gloves. Have that's when you're gonna see the most show. One is gonna hurt,
True.
right? But that's when you're gonna see the most the most entertainment. Because if I'm fighting with 8-ounce gloves and I'm only 135 and homeboy's only 135 and we could throw for 3-4 rounds, right?
Would make for a good fight.
Right. But if if I'm 160 and homeboy's 160 as well and we're fighting with 16s, hey, we're gonna, we can hold it up more. We can hold up our gloves a little bit more. Our stamina can be so far up. And I feel like it's, hell yeah. Like all day, give me like the ounces in the gloves matter. Lighter weight, I feel like should get lighter gloves. Now, if you're just like, nah, I really don't fucking like this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Then, hey, enter at your own risk. But
Right.
Right.
When we train, bro, I'll put you in 16s and I'll wear the 4.
yeah, for sure.
Dodge it,
yeah,
bro. Dodge it.
yeah.
Dodge it.
I actually do got to wrap because my card is full. So,
That's right, man.
Appreciate everybody for listening to this podcast. We'll have them back. We'll do a part 2.
Absolutely.
whatever.
Yeah, you never know where you might see him again with us anyways. Wink, wink.
Hopefully.
And
at
before,
least.
really quick, if you don't mind, man, I want to give a shout out to a couple of our fighters, Sosa, Elijah, Nigel. What's up? Mad love. And I also want to give love
Love and respect.
to anybody that's getting in the ring, because just to get in the ring, just to get in a cage is already like a whole nother like
Man.
realm. You know what I mean? And mad discipline. So
For real,
from
for real.
Brawler to all of you guys, man,
Hey, much
keep
love.
going for it.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
real.
And
I
thank you so
second
much
that
for
one.
having us.
Oh, yeah.
Appreciate it,
no problem.
man. Good
No
times.
problem. I told you we were going to lock in
That's
when I saw
right.
you. No
And
problem.
maybe we won't get yelled at again.
Hey.
Appreciate you guys for doing this.
Thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
everybody who's listening.
Yes,
Peace.
sir.